Okay, let's discuss the next chapter, next poetry, 100 love sonnets. It's 17, number 17 by Pablo Neruda. Okay, see, when you read this poetry, you should be with an open mind without any prejudices, because each and every individual will have our own definitions, experiences about love. Okay, page number 38, 100 love sonnets, number 17. I don't love you as if you are a rose of salt, topaz, or arrow of carnations that propagate fire. I love you as one loves certain obscure things, secretly between the shadow and the soul. So he's talking, he's addressed this poetry to his beloved. Okay, he's describing the way in which he loves. Okay, the definitions of love have kept on changing. Okay, ranging from, if you see the movies also, it has transformed how one addresses love, approaches the beloved. He says, I'm not in love just because you are the best, as if you were a rose of salt, topaz, or arrow of carnations that propagate fire. So he has used these comparisons to convey that he is not in love with this person, not because she is the best. Instead, why does he love? How does he love? I love you as one loves certain obscure things, ordinary things. Many times what we feel, the person whom we love should be the most beautiful or the most handsome. So here he is saying, I am not in love with you because of this. I am in love with you just like how I like any normal things. I love you as one loves certain obscure things secretly between the shadow and the soul. Many times our love, it could be the first crush. Many times we are very much hesitant to even convey our feelings. It's obscure, it's secret. Most of the time, we do not want to lose that person in our life. Therefore, we do not want to, or we don't intend to reveal that information instantly. Secretly between the shadow and the soul. Okay, shadow. How do you define shadow? It is behind you, isn't it? You can't, many times, you can't see your own shadow. Like that, I am loving you. And the soul also you can't see. Okay, on the one hand, I want to be with you, but on the other hand, I'm afraid that I may lose you if I reveal my emotion to you. I love you as the plant that does not bloom, but carries the light of those flowers hidden within itself. He's giving other comparison. Okay, he's talking about how he loves this person. I love you as the plant that does not bloom, but carries the light of those flowers hidden within itself. Means what? My love is not evident. I have not made my love towards you explicit. Instead, just like how a plant carries the weight of the flower, okay, like that I am loving you. Hidden within itself. And thanks to your love, the tight aroma that arose from the earth lives dimly in my body. So he's thanking his beloved for being part of his life. Part of his life means she has not accepted his love, at least being in his life, because it has given a better feeling within him. He says, thanks to your love, the tight aroma that arose from the earth lives dimly in my body. So he's describing his love or comparing his love to the aroma or the fragrance that is coming out of the earth. And he says he can feel that warmth within his body. I love you without knowing how or when or from where. I love you directly without problems or pride. So many times in movies also you would have come across this. The heroine asks the hero, why do you love me? When did you started loving me? So he has taken the same question and he's trying to answer. He says, I don't know when did this happen. I love you without knowing how I started loving you, when I started loving you, and where did I meet you, or where did it love start pride. He's talking about unconditional love. What is unconditional love? What do you mean by unconditional love? That cannot be measured. Cannot be. Unconditional means no expectations. You accept the person as they are. You accept the person as they are. I love you directly without problems or pride. I don't have any problems in how you are. And I don't feel proud also. Because I accept you as you are. I accept you along with your positives and negatives. I love you like this because I don't know any other way to love. I don't know any other way of loving you. Except in this form in which I am not, nor are you, so close that your hand upon my chest is mine, so close that your eyes close with my dreams. So he's trying to tell that I don't have any other better way of loving you. Okay, my love towards you is implicit. Okay, and accept you as you are. Okay, and I don't know any other way of loving you. And I'm in love with you unconditionally, without any prejudices, without any expectations. I love you in this way because I don't know any other way to love, except in this form in which I am not, nor are you, so close that your hand upon my chest is mine. So he just imagines that his beloved has kept her hand on his chest, and yet he feels that the hand also belongs to him. So close that your eyes close with my dreams. So he himself is visualizing that when his beloved sleeps, she thinks about him. So it's all symbolic, it's all his imagination. It's a simple, small poetry about love, where he talks about unconditional love. See, in present day, how can you relate it? How can you relate it? In present day, why do you think this love poetry is relevant for you people, especially the younger generation? In the days of living relationship, continuous change of partners, different stages of life, or different, every month they keep changing their lovers. Okay, there is no emotional attachment. It's just physical requirement nowadays. So human beings have transferred themselves to animals. Okay, at that time, ideology, attachment towards one particular partner is very much required. Okay, so this is what it's trying to suggest. Okay, you should be loyal. You should have some basic ethics. Okay, many times what people do, and both of them know, now it has become a kind of complicit adjustment. Both of the lovers know that they are not going to get married. It's just a part-time arrangement. Okay, so this has become the definition of love these days. Okay, in this context, this poetry is very much relevant. It highlights about how should you, to what extent you should love your beloved, and your love should be unconditional. Okay, for minor reasons there are breakup these days, and there are psychological problems. Okay, the people go to depression, and then again they come out with some other. So these things, see, love does not mean you have to possess that person physically. Even if the other person does not love you, you can still continue to love. That is another form of love. That is what he is talking about. It's okay, even if you do not love me, I will love it. I am in love with you. Okay, he's enjoying that experience. Okay, many of you would have come across rejections. You need not get disappointed. You enjoy that experience, you enjoy that feeling, because that is one part of love. See, best example could be you like one flower, you like one fruit. Okay, we take the example of flower. Okay, the flower is beautiful in the plant itself. If you pluck it and keep it with you, it will get destroyed. So enjoy the beauty of the flower as it is. So he's talking about that type of love. Unrequited love means even if you propose other person, the person rejects you. It's okay. You should accept it as it is. Okay, you should not start rejecting them or opposing them. He's talking about true unconditional love. What is unconditional love? Even if the other person rejects you, does not respond to you, you have your feeling. Huh? Someone is? Even if it hurts, why are you bothered? If there should be reciprocity, if there is no reciprocity, enjoy one-sided love. There is no compulsion. We can't compel somebody to love you. You enjoy that experience. You have no other option. You can't control somebody else's mind. Okay, go through this poetry. If you have any doubts, you ask me.